love duties tonight and get a good night's rest. Doesn't that sound so good? Here with some creative ways are the authors of 365 Ways to Weasel Your Way Out of Sex and the creators of LaughingVenus.com. Please welcome Marie Chablis and Addie Michael. Hi, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now, you wanted to know right away.
Well, I'm curious why anyone would want to get out of making love. Sounds like a typical guy, right?
Yeah. You know, men and women are just wired differently. Men can get into bed at any given night and always rise to the occasion. Women get into bed on nights, and it's all about our priorities. There are nights when we're open to every possibility. There are nights when the only possibility we're open to is sleep. Maybe we've had a long day, and really it's a lighthearted, this is a lighthearted, fun poke at an age-old dilemma every woman and her mother has had, and it's how do I get to bed and just go straight to sleep?
Yeah. How have the responses been?
We've had an overwhelmingly positive response. We've been selling the book on our website for about 3 or 4 months now, and we've gotten emails from women across the country that have said that they've had a great laugh out of this. They've shared it with their friends. We had one woman go on our site and buy 8 copies. She brought it to a girls' weekend that she had with her girlfriends. She got back to us after the weekend and said that they laughed the entire weekend about the content and had so much fun with it.
And I must confess, I found it thoroughly entertaining, so it made me laugh too.
You know, it's the beauty of this book is men can find laughter in it too. We've had men buy the book for their wives because they know they'd identify with it. We've had men that said, surely my wife contributed to this book, or my wife could have written this book.
Yeah, right.
So let's talk about some of the ways, and you've got some outrageous ideas. This one was so funny. Do an all-night mud mask right before you go to bed.
We have different chapters in our book, and that's from the chapter on stalling techniques. So there's a bunch of things that you can do to just try to stall until he gets
What are some other ones? Do you have some?
Do a manicure and pedicure and wait till they not only dry but completely set up. Lay with your kids to get them to sleep and accidentally fall asleep.
And you've got some really hilarious turn-off tactics, like naming body parts after in-laws.
Yeah.
That would be a turn-off, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. That would make me want to go to sleep, I think. Yeah.
Well, this one was funny. Play hide and seek and hide in a really good place.
Yes.
Where would that be? Where do you hide?
There's a picture in our book of the model going into a cupboard, so there's all kinds of things you can
What are some creative ideas, creative ways to get out of having sex?
We have a section on physical barriers. And one suggestion is to sleep in a full-body wetsuit to stretch it out for summer. It's a physical barrier.
The last chapter is on times to suggest sex, so you can always say, well, I did try, like the day after he comes home from his vasectomy, or during the Super Bowl, or
when he's walking out the door to go golfing with buddies.
Okay. There are you have some creative days. Like you said, tell him if he helps with chores, you'll do it. And hopefully he'll get tired after he's done with chores.
He'll be exhausted after laundry, dishes, the whole...
Reading to the kids, putting them to bed.
We don't like to do chores. We're programmed not to do chores.
What about emergency diversions? You said that
we could pre-record. You could pre-record your child crying on your cell phone, hit that emergency button, or pre-record glass breaking and hit that emergency button on your cell phone. Tell him to go down and check to make sure everything's okay.
You know, I'm glad this is just called 365 Ways to Get Out of Sex, because that means in leap year I got lucky.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
Now, what are your hopes with this book?
We created this book, and actually the whole company, Laughing Venus, as a way to inject humor into female friendship. Life is hard these days. I mean, the economy's tough. There's a lot of things going on in each of our lives, and finding ways to laugh at ourselves, at our relationships, is what gets us through those tough times. Yeah. So that's what we really wanted to do with it.
Like that women bond, how important is that?
It's very important. Women go to their girlfriends to bond, and this book is a perfect way. We always think of it as a perfect pairing with good wine and a great meal and fun friends, because it's a guaranteed laugh and a guaranteed bonding experience.
And I would think if your husband's a sensitive guy, and some of us are, you know, that you could get him to laugh at this also and understand how you feel about the whole
Absolutely.
situation.
Our husbands find humor in the book. In fact, there are women who we suggest take it to bed with you, with your husband, to show them you're not the only woman in the entire world that feels this way at times, that there are actually other women that feel this way.
Whether it's once a week, once a month, once a year, everybody at some point wants to get a good night's sleep and can identify with the topic.
Well, you can buy the book at laughingvenus.com.
Yes.
What else can you find on that website?
We have graphic T-shirts that are women empowering graphic T-shirts. We have body products. We have yoga wear. A number of different products on our website.
Is there a reason why you two came up with this book? I mean, were you guys making excuses or something? Because your husbands were just like very active?
Marie and I belonged to the same Girls Gourmet group for years, and the topic came up as we grew through life and we had children and we'd get ready to go home at night, and it just was something that continued to come up, and we shared so many laughs with our own friends, and the humor that they brought to the book, we wanted to share that with everyone
Marie and
else.
Addie, it's such a great book. You can get it on laughingvenus.com or through our website. Thanks. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
On the